Vidura uvacha savai swayambuvah samrat priyaputra swayambuvah pratilabhya priyam patnim kim chakara tato mune. Translation. Vidura said, O great sage, what did Swayambhuva, the dear son of Brahma, do after obtaining his very loving wife? Text number 3. Charitam tasya rajarsher adirajasya sattama bruhi me shraddhadhanaya vishvakshenashrayo yasau. Please repeat. Charitam tasya rajarsher adirajasya sattama ब्रूहि मे श्रद्धानाय विश्वक्सेनाश्रयो यसौ चरितं तस्य राजर्षे आदिराजस्य सत्तमा ब्रूहि मे श्रद्धानाय विश्वक्षेनाश्रयो हि असौ. Word to word meaning. Charitam, character. Tasya, his. Rajarshehe, of the saintly king. Adirajasya, of the original king. Sattama, O most pious one. Bruhi, kindly speak. Me, unto me. Shraddhadhanaya, unto one eager to receive. Vishvakshena, of the personality of Godhead. Ashrayaha, one who has taken shelter. He, certainly, Asau, that king. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Reduce the echo now. O best of the virtuous, the original king of the kings, Manu, was a great devotee of the personality of Godhead Hari, and thus it is worth hearing of his sublime character and activities. Please describe them. I am very eager to hear. Please repeat the translation. O best of the virtuous, the original king of kings, Manu, was a great devotee of the personality of Godhead Hari. And thus it is worth hearing of a sublime character and activities. Please describe them. I am very eager to hear. Purport. Srimad Bhagavatam is full of transcendental topics of the personality of Godhead and His pure devotees. In the absolute world, there is no difference in quality between the Supreme Lord and His pure devotee. Therefore, Hearing the topics of the Lord and hearing of the character and activities of the pure devotee have the same result, namely the development of devotional service. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadhaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Charitam tasya rajarsher adi rajasya sattama brui me shaddadanaya vishvakshenashrayo yasau. So, here in this particular verse, Vidura is asking to describe the activities of, to elaborate on King Manu. Manu was the first king of this universe post the creation by Brahma. So this is the quality of a devotee. A devotee wants to hear the activities of other devotees. In this material world, everyone is interested only to hear about themselves, or they want to hear topics which somehow or the other give them sense gratification. Sense gratification of the senses, or the gratification of the false ego, or the mind, or any of these material aspects of our personality. But pure devotees, they don't want to hear anything material. They want only spiritual. So here Vidura wants to hear about Manu. Why he wants to hear Manu? Because he was a great devotee of the personality of Godhead. Here it is said that Adi Rajasya Sattama Bruyime Shraddha Dhanaya Vishvaksena Ashrayaha. Krishna's another name is Vishvakshena. So, why he wants to hear about Manu? Because he has taken shelter of Vishvakshena, or who has taken shelter of Krishna. That is the reason he wants to hear. So, like for example, so we must train our ears We must train our consciousness in such a way, automatically we will be inclined only for hearing about Krishna. In our Vaishnava way of doing things, we do not run away from anything. Rather, we engage with it in the right way. Running away is not a solution. Oh, we are in the material world. We will run away from this material world, or we will go to the forest. No. That is not how you see things. That Krishna rejects in the Gita. Arjuna suggested this method. But Krishna says, that will not give you glory. That will give you bad name in society. If you do that, you must fight the battle. But the thing is that what is important is you must choose the right battle. In this material world, people always advise us, hey, see, if you take up Krishna consciousness, they will tell, see, you are running away from your duty. Many times people accuse us. When we take up chanting, when we start doing something spiritual, immediately the first accusation is, this fellow is running away from his duty. He wants to, somehow escape. That is the allegation that is leveled against us. Actually, you have to understand, people don't understand this. Devotees are very intelligent. Even to pick up fight, to pick up battle, you should first know who is your opponent. If that opponent is too strong, then you should not pick battles. You are foolish. You should wait. You should build your strength to fight that person. Say you are weak. You are not strong person. And the other fellow is hatta katta, pailwan. And you are like this. And if you tell, Ajao, main bhi karta hun, what will happen? You will get nicely beaten up. So that is not the way in which you pick battles. If you want to fight with that pailwan, then you should also become a pailwan. Then only you can fight that fellow. Right? That is intelligence, that is buddhi. In the material world, people always say, you should fight, you should struggle, then only you can come out of this. Supposing, like for example, we say, I don't, sometimes the devotee says, in a situation, they say that how, I don't want to fight, I don't want to work like this. It is like, you're working like a dog, I don't want to do this job, I'll go to the temple, I want to do some devotional service. Now at that point people will say what? People will say, you are a kayar, you are a bhagoda, you are like this, you are giving up your things. They will argue so much, they will point out so many flaws. Actually, there is a fault in this logic when people criticize this. You know why? Like I gave you the example of fighting with a pailwan. You are such a weak person. You fight with a pailwan. What will happen? You will lose. Actually, this material world is a bada pailwan, bada gunda. So even if you build up capacity, you will lose the battle. With the material world, if you fight, It is a battle that is bound to fail. It is designed like that. By design, just like for example, I still remember in my childhood, I think I was in 7th or 8th standard. I was in my village in Kerala. During summer holidays, we used to go to our grandmother's house. And in April 14th is the New Year in Kerala. Usually it comes around April 14th. So there is a custom in Kerala, in the family, I was small that time, that elders, my uncle and the other elders, they will give the younger people some gift, dakshina. So it was very happy festival for us, because they used to give us 5 rupees, 10 rupees, and we used to collect that money, and all our brothers, sister, cousins, relatives, we all used to enjoy so much because we used to get money from other people. So different uncles, relatives, they all will give money. And small children, we don't have money, you know. So we used to enjoy that. So all of us, we got some 40, 50 rupees. And then there is our village temple, there is a festival there. A lot of villagers, you know, like a mela, lot of people come. So I and my cousins, we went for that festival. Then, no, it is a New Year festival. And the temple, like how we have temple mela. So in a village mela temple, we had the festival. So I and my cousins, we all went for that mela. So when we went for the mela, we saw one fellow with the cards. You know, mela, lot of shops, and you know how it is happening in villages in India. Small shops will be there, and then so many people selling different chota mota items. All those things was there, very colorfully placed. So in that we saw one place where one fellow is having cards and he is doing like magic. Something with the cards, some magic he is doing. And we also went and stood there to see what is happening there. So this fellow was he had 3 cards, A's and another 2 cards something, and then he will take and then he will just put it. You have to pick up the A, and he will throw that, and you have to find out which is the A. And if you pick up that A card, if you put 10 rupees, you will get 20 rupees. That was the game. So that fellow put. Then we saw, we were just seeing, many people were, actually it's nothing but gambling. So we were seeing what's happening. So we were seeing that one fellow is going on playing. He put 10 rupees, he got 20 rupees. He put 20 rupees, he got 40 rupees. And we were saying it's so easy game. It is so easy game. Going on. Then I told my elder brother, my elder cousin, we'll also play. We have money now. We have 40 rupees in our hand. We'll make it 80 rupees. Full business plan at 7th standard or 8th standard I was. Desire. Kama is coming, seeing that. And then my elder brother, hey, no, we should not do all these things. I am the dirty boy. No, let us play. We will make more money. So then, a Sangha dosha. My elder cousin is a sober guy, but I am a little teda guy. So my influence, he agreed with great fear. And my younger other 2 brothers, they were also sitting like monkeys. We are sitting around that. And we put 10 rupees. We got 20 rupees. I said, put. more. That fellow, we put 20 rupees, then we lost. Oh, that fellow, they have all gang, they're all, their own people are there. So, their own people will get money. So, we are seeing that fellow, it is such a trick. He'll just put like this. We will not know where A falls, where the other falls. Because they are experts in that game. We are not experts. 20 we lost. Then he said, no, put another 20. We won. It went on like this. Few times we won, few times we lost. And then he is encouraging from there other people, Arey, put na more. Then we put more. 40 rupees of mine is gone. 40 rupees of my cousin is gone. And my chota cousin said, I won't play. He was smart. So both of us, my elder cousin and I, we are looking what to do. Then we were worried, although my uncle and aunt and they all gave us money for the festival, but they will ask us, what did you do with that money? So we didn't know what to say. You see how even at that young age, mind works. So I said, let us do one thing. From my mother's bag, let us take some money and come. So that we'll play, we'll get back all the money and we'll keep it off back in the mother's bag. Then my cousin said, no, we should not do such things. I'm encouraging, we'll go and get what is there, we'll play. Somehow, the sobriety of my elder brother stopped me from indulging in that. Then we came back. Just like how yesterday's play we saw. The 4 friends, they went for a nice party. They thought they will enjoy this material world. But in the end, it was all suffering. And then you are morose, you are sad, you are sitting. What to do? Similarly, our condition also was like that. So, the thing is that we challenged those people. But by design, gambling is done in such a way, you are designed to fail. Just like, for example, why will somebody do a business of gambling? Is it to give people profit? The way in which gambling is done is basically to ensure that the person who runs that gambling place, he gets the profit. So what I am saying is that material world is like that. If you think in your mind that you will win in this material world, you are a fool number 1. Pick your battles properly. Just like, for example, I was trying to win over that gambling person, and what happened? I lost very badly. Rather, what should I have done? This is not where I should transact. I should not have any transaction in this. Rather, my transaction should always be on spiritual platform. On material platform, if I try to transact, I will end up in pain and misery. There is no doubt about it. So, you must pick up. So, the people who say, Arey, you are living material world. Yes, sir. This material world is a too strong gunda. I will lose. You must say, मैं बहुत weak हूँ भाई, मैं चलना नहीं सकता. Actually, that is why we say, "Ei Krishna bhaje sabada chatur." One who takes to Krishna consciousness, one who takes to bhajana of Krishna, he has understood this game. That it is a losing battle against material. You must take up Krishna consciousness. Repeatedly Krishna says. All the instructions of the Gita is around that, how to perform your duty. Kamaistaisthai ritagnyana prapadyante anya devata. Going to different devatas, what? Again, because of material desires. What is the source of all miseries? Source of all miseries, it is said that the dwara of Naraka is open to you if you indulge in sense gratification. 18th chapter, Krishna goes on mentioning what are the different kinds of kumbhipaka, all those hells are there to one who are sensually driven. So, you cannot say, I will become more sensually active. No, that is the foolish, that is complete nonsense philosophy. So we must recognize and take up the right activity. How to take up the right activity? We must bring in Krishna. You cannot say also, you should not say, I will be bereft of activity. It is not possible. That is Mayavadi understanding. Just like, for example, in my childhood, in that gambling, I lost all the money. Then I will say, oh, this world is useless, this place is useless, I am just going into seclusion, I am going to become a sannyasi. No. That is not the solution. We must know where to. Prabhupada says, only a person who has life can preach Krishna consciousness. To preach Krishna consciousness, you must be full of activity. And in Krishna consciousness, there is no loss, even if you fail. In the material world, when you lose, it has a direct effect on you. Say you are doing a business, and in that business, if you fail, it hits you very badly. In Krishna consciousness, if you fail, then also there is no loss. Because that's what Krishna says in the Gita. Krishna says that even if you lose, Jitova, you will get the kingdom. If you win the battle, you will get the kingdom. And if you die, you will prapsasi swargam. You will achieve higher planets. So there is no loss. So here in this particular verse, what Vidura is always thinking, I want to hear what did these great devotees, how was their life? How did they deal with various situations? How did they handle the different situations? How was their personal life, professional life? How did they handle all those things? See, this is this sense of spiritual interest, spiritual desire is a very key thing. Similarly, like for example, as devotees, as endeavoring devotees, we must constantly engage our mind and senses. How I can preach Krishna consciousness, how I can chant nicely, how I can understand the subject of the Gita, the Bhagavatam better and better. That's the constant. How I can improve. So many things are there. It is just material world, you have a personality. In the material world, you develop your personality in particular way. People, like, we in the material world, to develop our material skills, we go to the school, we learn academics, we do so many things. But from the spiritual dimension, everything that we do we want to bring in Krishna into our life. Even if we are going to the school, learning various subject matters, but the ultimate aim of learning of all those subjects, or ultimate, like you may be working, I may be a businessman, I may be a working professional, I may be employed by in some company, but in spite of all these external roles that we are playing, so and so, back of the mind, I'm always thinking how I can serve Krishna, how I can engage more and more in Krishna. This is the thinking. Like Madhu Pandit Prabhu keeps on saying, background, foreground, background, foreground. There are two aspects. Foreground is what? Direct action. Oh, I'm a software engineer developing something. But background what? Background, always there is a conversation, how I can serve Krishna, how I can connect what I am doing with Krishna, how I can serve. Prabhupada lived like that. Our Goswamis lived like that. Direct examples are there. Anger, frustration will be part of that, but still that anger, frustration in devotional service, just like the gopis used to get angry, the gopis used to get frustrated, the devotees of Krishna used to get frustrated, they used to get angry. But we do not say that anger is the same as the material anger in the material world. That frustration is not similar. The feelings, the emotions take a different scope. See, you should always understand, in Krishna's world, anger as a place, frustration as a place, all these emotions, we are not Mayavadis. For Mayavadis, anger, frustration has got only one dimension. In a devotee's life, anger, frustration has another spiritual dimension. A devotee is angry that I could not serve Krishna so well. So that is coming out. So sometimes in our community, when some devotee gets angry, upset about something, you must give space to that also. We must allow that. It's okay, no problem. What can be done? Oh, sometimes, somebody who is a neophyte, who doesn't understand, why is he getting angry? He's a sadhu, he must be like a peaceful Baba. No, our philosophy is not like that. That is all half-baked ideas of spirituality. There is no clear understanding. Just like a mother's getting angry on her child. In our, like for example, mother will keep on getting angry, so what? But there is that deep affection that she is my mother, okay, no problem. Fairly, unfairly, no problem. It is part of the game. So, when we have to get this is actually Vaishnava culture. We have to develop that right understanding, not make wrong conclusions about people, about devotees. We must understand that ultimately, whatever it is, yes, in our conditioned state, what happens is, this frustration, anger is not completely Krishna consciousness. That is there. In the conditioned state, what happened is, there is a mixture of our material desire as well as spirit. That is why we are called Mishra Bhakti. So in Mishra Bhakti state, so we should understand, इसका इतना percentage जो है material है, इतना percentage spiritual है. But to discriminate that also, you must have that kind of, it is not so easy. Because discriminatory power of understanding the devotional component, the material component, all this comes only when nectar of instruction says about that. Who can have that discrimination power? It is said the Kanishta Adhikaris cannot have that discrimination power. Madhyamadhikari you should be. Where are we Madhyamadhikari? So in our context, most of it is the material frustrations of not getting things done, not things happening the way we want it to happen, results in all these kind of frustrations, feelings, emotions. No doubt there is some Krishna consonance. So what, as devotees, just like today we sang the bhajan. What was the bhajan we sang? Sake kalaya gauram. What? Udharam. What is Udaram? What do you mean by Udaram? Very broad. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very broad. And when you are broad, you will be able to work better. Give it, no problem. There are faults. But still we accept with broadness. So that is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is worshipped as Namo Mahavadanyaya. Very merciful. See Prabhupada, very merciful. He could engage wide spectrum, different kinds of Rakshasas he engaged with. Can you imagine? For devotional service, we say for Krishna, the purest of the pure person only can serve Krishna. But Prabhupada virtually engaged Rakshasas, Mlechas of society in Krishna's service. That is very broad, very udara dhi. Devotees are very udara. Mayavadis are very narrow-minded. They cannot say, hey, don't touch me. Go away. Don't come near me. No. Just like, for example, Krishna, in the Krishna book, the story is there of the Brahmanas and the Brahmana Patnis. The Brahmanas were very caste Brahmanas. They were very thinking, hey, what is all these things? But they forgot that point. The ultimate goal of the yajna that they are doing is for whom? Krishna is Yajnapati. And Krishna has come to their doorstep and they are still worried about yajna. No. So, a devotee's life, if it is driven, if there is that basic, fundamental inspiration for the devotee to serve Krishna, then even if the devotee has many other limitations, we should still accept that devotee, that no, ultimately this devotee is interested in serving Krishna. So what if there are some faults? So what if there are some minor defects? It's part of the game. We must accept. We must respect. Krishna says this. We should not make conclusions based on all these some limited experiences that we have. So Nityananda Prabhu is so merciful. We are coming in that parampara. Prabhupada is so merciful. All our acharyas were so merciful. Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur was a lion, but yet he was Prabhupada says, my Guru Maharaj was so udara, so broad. And it was Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur whose quote we put up also, that how when faults in others trouble you, look within. That famous quote of Prabhupada, of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Amend yourself. It's so inspiring. So we must look within, ask questions, ask such. In a devotee's life is full of introspection. He finds faults of himself rather than others. That is real spiritual knowledge. So here Vidura asking this question, please describe about Manu. The reason for Vidura to ask this question is basically because he was Vishvaksena Ashrayaha, because he had taken shelter of Krishna. Like for example, Prabhupada sometimes says, no, we are not interested in Manu Smriti. Manu is the source of this creation, and he has made his scripture also, in which how one should perform one's duties, in this, how one should live. That is called Manu Smriti. So somewhere it is there in a conversation I have read, how should we follow Manu Smriti laws? Then Prabhupada says, no, it's not required, we are following Bhagavatam laws. Because somewhere there must be some material, just like the Vedas. There are aspects of Vedas wherein a person who follows the Vedic way of life can get distracted by material attractions. So even in the Manusmriti there are so many rules which are basically guided for a peaceful life in this material world, whereas our Bhagavata approach to life is completely different. That the quality of the Bhagavatam is such that all kinds of, even a minimum trace of material distraction is not there in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Completely bereft of all material distractions. Its only purpose is Vasudeva Katha Ruchihi, how one can develop interest in Vasudeva Katha, how one can surrender to Krishna. That is the ultimate purpose. So Bhagavatam, even if it has got reference of Manu, it has got reference of Manu only to that degree in which Manu's attraction to Krishna was there. See, it is a filtered document, a fine document. That means it's got from everywhere, it has picked up, but it has picked up the best. That's why it's called Nigama Kalpa Galitam Phalam. It's the ripened fruit. The best of the best it's got. So we must also take inspiration and develop interest to hear the right kind of things. In this material world, so many things are there. Unlimited things are there. To experience sensually, to hear, to so many things. But in all these things, just like Prabhupada gives so perfect examples. Like Prabhupada says, the honeybee goes directly to the best of the flower and picks up its nectar. Whereas the housefly goes to stool and picks its gandha, bad things. Both are flies. Honeybee is also a fly, a housefly is also a fly. But you see, its activities are completely different. One goes, searches for nectar and it picks up. One goes and takes all the obnoxious things. It's attracted to that. So, as devotees, we may have material world, but you must see Krishna there. Just like, for example, how fortunate we are that Prabhupada has given us this kind of ability to think and act. We never knew that we can actually have fun in a spiritual way. We are not denying fun, but you are transforming fun into a spiritual dimension. We always thought fun means what? Fun means indulgence, sensually. People generally think means what? Fun, frolic, maja karte hai. Matlab, it is all about indulging our body, mind and senses. But fun has a transcendental dimension that we came to know, that we got to it is not just knowledge. Prabhupada has given us an experiential model. We can practically experience it. Whether it is through our eyes, the beautiful deities, the beautiful scenes. Just like, for example, forget about devotees, even non-devotees. When they come into our temple, they see, oh, such clean, such nice Vatavaran. It's a feast for your eyes. A feast for your ear. Oh, such nice, wonderful, melodious kirtan. Such lively, such enthusiastic. People are chanting, people are doing kirtana, they're dancing. Oh, it's nice. People, idea of fun was what? Oh, let's play some loud and very dirty lyrics, all eulogizing, material things. There also fun is there. But that is sensually driven fun. And sensually driven fun appears to be very nice in the beginning and bitter in the end. That is what Krishna says in the Gita. So, we are very blessed that Prabhupada and our Parampara Acharyas have given us this sort of a thinking for us, and really we must be very grateful to Guru and Krishna that somehow he helps us continue in our journey of Krishna consciousness. We'll stop here if there's any question, comments. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की।